Hello, cuties. It's finally time for our quarter 3 check-in of the HRCYED stats. This took a long time, and I want to give a big shout out to all of those who volunteered to help clean up the submission form so that these stats could be accurately collected. It was a very long process. And of course, my voice is not great right now because every time I do one of these, that or my new releases, my voice has to be dying. I did stay out very late last night at karaoke, so that's what this is. Anyway, I'm excited to show you guys all of the stats for HRCYED and how we're doing. This will be the final check-in before HRCYED ends. It has been intense. We have had 19 people finish already. So Dark Q is very displeased with all of you, especially those 19. I already locked in my 3.0 board, by the way, but now I might have to make it even harder. I don't know. I might have to change a few things. We'll see. For those wondering when HRCYED 3.0 will be coming out, you will have a video in June. It is always a month before, so hold on till then. There are hints of dropping like crazy, though. I will say there have been some hints out there. So anyway, are you ready for these stats? Basically, we're going to just go through every single interior prompt, look at our top books, and a few other little stats. But for that, you don't really need to see my face at all. So I'm going to go away. So here we go. The hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. Official progress report number 3. We're going to kick it off with those that have replaced prompts with the self-published replacements. We had 14 submissions for this, and we have a little bit of growth. So this is what it was last time around. We have gone up in the adaptations. That seems to be the most popular one to replace, but we've also added 1 replacement for translation and 3 for my reviews and recs. We've gone up in the new releases as well. Oh, that's actually a new one as well. Sorry. The Q's reviews and recs went up by 2. We've added new releases. Make a Quote went up by 2. Even Queer Rainbow stayed the same, and award season went up by 1. In terms of the ratings of those self-published books, we have very high ratings overall. We have a lot of 4 stars, which is awesome, and 5 stars here, which is fantastic. So huzzah! For our by the hundreds, we have had Thornhedge stay in first place, and I Who Have Never Known Men has moved up. Both moving up in this one is All Systems Red and Carmilla by J. Sheridan Le Fanu. And in third place, we have a 3-way tie with Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite and Automatic Noodle by Annalie Newitz and Martha Wells by Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells. We've had 795 unique submissions and 623 unique titles. That's what these guys up here are going to mean, so that you know for the future ones. In our 200s, Piranesi has remained in first place at 8. Orbital remained in second place. Midnight Library has remained in third place, tied with The Hounding, which has moved up. And The Compound moved down in the ranking with 4 people reading that. We had 752 unique submissions and 649 unique titles. For the 300s, With a Vengeance by Riley Sager has remained in first place with 6. Tied for second, we've had Book Lovers and Carl's Doomsday Scenario, as well as moving up in the ranking is Sunrise on the Reaping. And in third place, we have a tie between Caught Up by Nevessa Allen and Funny Story by Emily Henry, with 758 submissions and 668 titles. For our 400s, we have moved up in the ranking with Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. We've moved down in the ranking by which is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Moving up in the ranking is Project Hail Mary, and down in the ranking is Till Summer Do Us Part. And in 5th place, we have Problematic Summer Romance, Rebel Witch, The Favorites, and Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, all in a 4-way tie. We've had 691 unique submissions and 550 titles. For the 500s, remaining in first place is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E.Space SCHWAV. That joke is never going to get old. Also remaining in second place, we have The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook by Matt Dinneman, and Catabasis moving up in the ranking. Babel also moving up in the ranking, and The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes moving down in the ranking and tying for third place. We had 603 submissions and 394 titles. In the 600s, we had The Will of the Many remaining in first place with 19. Quicksilver remaining in second place with 17. Moving up in the ranking is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. Moving down is A Court of Mist and Fury. And moving up in the ranking, tying for fifth place, is Direbound and Iron Flame. We've had 482 submissions and 268 unique titles. And rounding up by the hundreds, we've had, unfortunately, Alchemized remained in the lead with 16. Moving down, we've had Butcher's Masquerade by Matt Dinneman. Moving up, we've had Strength of the Few. Also moving up, we've had 112263 and A Court of Silver Flames. Also moving up, we've had 467 submissions and 251 titles. For our 24-hour readathon, we've had 694 people complete it, 2,580 titles. For the most part, people are reading 3 books during this time. 195 people have done that. We've had 127 people submit 2, 124 people have done 4, 70 have done 5, and 53 did just 1. But our top readers was Libby, who also finished first. Of course, Libby has finished first. Libby always finishes first. Libby is now Dark Q's arch nemesis in HRCYED. But Libby did 23 books, which means I have to read more than that because I still haven't done my 24-hour readathon. In second place, tied, we have Purple Bubbles 99 and Liz Moore 622. In third place with 18, we have Night of Ni. And in fourth place, we have a Jamester's Universe with 14. And fifth place, we have Sea of Tea with 13 books. Congratulations. Well done to you guys. You insane people. I love you. All right. For our top graphic novels that were read, I bid this based on the series title overall. 50 people reading volumes of Heartstopper, 38 reading Witch Hat Atelier, 26 reading Cat Plus Gamer, 20 reading Lore Olympus, and 10 moving down in the ranking is Spy Family. And for novellas, or novels, all of these are novellas though, we have this little, I forget what the series title actually is called for all of these, but it appears to be very popular for the 24-hour readathon. We have Hot for Slayer moving up, and Space Vampire Falling and Beautiful Nightmare in that series. And the only one not in it is, of course, All Systems Red by Martha Wells. For our subgenres of choice in fantasy, our top subgenres was cozy with 107, romance with 90, urban with 80, epic and high with 79, romantasy with 63, and dystopian with 46. Our top books remaining in first place is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman, Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst, which remained in second place. Moving up in the ranking is Hemlock and Silver. Moving up is The Knight and the Moth, and moving down in the ranking is Legends and Lattes. We had 391 unique submissions and 891 unique titles. For romance, which is also my subgenre that I'm doing, or my main genre for subgenres, we had 197 in contemporary, 89 for historical, 88 for paranormal, 71 for romantasy, 57 for just fantasy, and 49 for dark romance. And our top ones are Lights Out by Nevessa Allen, remaining in first place. First Time Caller remaining in second place. Moving up in the ranking, we have Caught Up, also by Nevessa Allen, and Mate by Allie Hazelwood. And moving down in the ranking was Deep End. But moving up in the ranking is Swift and Saddled and Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. We had 134 unique submissions and 752 titles. For our mystery thriller top subgenres, we have cozy and contemporaries at 52, crime detective at 34, historical at 29, sci-fi at 16, paranormal at 10. And our top books was still With a Vengeance, remaining in first place. Moving up in the ranking is The Impossible Fortune. Moving down in the ranking is Not Quite Dead Yet. And all moving up is Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite, She Didn't See It Coming by Shara Lapina, and Strange Pictures by Uketsu. We had 106 unique submissions and 306 unique titles. For horror, we have our paranormal with 38, thriller with 32, gothic with 31, historical with 24, and sci-fi with 22. Please ignore that nonsense. We had 97 unique submissions and 266 unique titles. Remaining in first place, we have Slewfoot by Brom. Moving up in the ranking is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. Also all moving up, they all tied for first place. We had a 5-way tie. Hell Followed With Us by Andrew Joseph White, Blood on Her Tongue by Joanna Van Veen, and Victorian Psycho by Virginia Fato. For nonfiction, this one I'm pretty sure I did put 21 unique submissions and 88 titles on this page. We had 12 historical, 8 memoir, 7 biography, 6 political, and 6 science. We only had 1 duplicate for the nonfiction subgenres, and that's One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against Us by Omar El Akkad. For literary, our top subgenres was contemporary with 9, historical with 6, thriller with 5, romance with 4, dystopian with 4, mystery with 4, and magical realism with 4. Excuse me. And our top books all tied for first place. We have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid remaining in first place, but moving up in the ranking is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang and Sea Scraper by Benjamin Wood. We had 23 unique submissions and 57 titles. With historical, we had top ones being mystery thriller with 9, romance with 7, 5 with fantasy, and 3 with literary, but we haven't had any duplicates yet, but 6 people have completed this. We didn't have many people join the historical subgenres of choice, but there were 12 unique submissions and 50 titles submitted. Just no duplicates. In sci-fi, our top subgenres were 13 with dystopian, 11 with space opera, 10 with cozy, and 8 with apocalyptic. Our top titles, moving up in the ranking, is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. Remaining in second place, we have Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. Moving down in the ranking is Parable of the Sower. I know I've always said sour in the past, and I'm so sorry. I'm just dumb. By Octavia E. Butler, and Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite. Moving up in the title, we've had 82 unique submissions and 215 titles. All right, for our series staircase, our standalones, remaining in the top ranking is Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wang. Also, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab, remaining in second place. And tying for third place, a 4-way tie, we have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, Too Old for This by Samantha Downing, and Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. We had 606 submissions and 513 titles. For our duologies, remaining in first place is the Shepherd King duology by Rachel Gillig, and moving up in the ranking is Monk and Robot by Becky Chambers. Moving up in the ranking is Jurassic Park with 12, and moving down on the ranking is Letters of Enchantment by Rebecca Ross, and tying for fifth place, we have the Crimson Moth duology, Parable of the Sower, I forget what the actual duology title is. Maybe it is just Parable of the Sower duology. And then Six of Crows with 9. We had 464 submissions and 294 duologies submitted. For our trilogies, moving up in the ranking was the Ruinous Love trilogy, tying with the OG Hunger Games. Remaining in second place, we have Part of Your World trilogy, and moving up in the ranking is Emily Wilde and the, what's it called? Sworn Soldier? Is that what it is? Trilogy, What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, and 428 submissions, 288 trilogies submitted. For our quadrilogies, quadrilogies or more, remaining in first place is All Systems Red or Murderbot by Martha Wells, Dungeon Crawler Carl moving down in the ranking with 16, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Bars moved into third place, and when we have ACOTAR and Done and Dusted, which I forget, something ranch series, and then The Saints of Steel by T. Kingfisher, we had 415 submissions and 285 series. Our award season, our entrant, our most common awards was, we did say Goodreads wasn't allowed, but it is still the number one in this category because you don't really know the entrants of Goodreads. But we had 79 for BookTube Prize, 27 for Kirkus, 26 for Spiffbo, and 20 for Booker Prize. For our top entrants, we remain in first place with Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, and tying in second place we had Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro, My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyunkin Braithwaite, and Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. We had 406 submissions, 342 titles. For our semi-finalists, our most common awards was, of course, Goodreads, with 223, 64 for the Booker Prize, 35 for the National Book Award, 34 for BookTube Prize, and 20 for Spitbo. Our top semi-finalists, we have The South by Tash Ah, moving up in the ranking. Sea Scraper by Benjamin Wood, also moving up. And moving down in the ranking was Universality. And also moving down is Sipsworth by Simon Van Bowie. I just said Bogie. Wow, I can read. It's very early. And The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget nightly. We had 479 submissions and 375 titles. For our finalist, our most common awards was still Goodreads with 292, 73 with National Book Awards, 64 for Hugo, 53 for Booker Prize, and 28 for the BookTube Prize. And our top ones remaining in first place is Quicksilver by Callie Hart, Martyr moving up by Kava Akbar, and tying in third place, five-way tie, we had Bride Moved Down by Ali Hazelwood, The Spell Shop, James by Percival Everett, Audition by Katie Kitamura, and Bat Eater and Other Names for Corazang by Kylie Lee Baker. We had 719 submissions, 535 unique titles. And our winners, most common, once again, Goodreads Choice Award, 70 for Hugo, 35 for Booker, 33 for Nebula, and 20 for the Pulitzer. Our top ones remaining in first place is The Wedding People. In second place remaining is James, 13 for Atmosphere, Not Quite Dead Yet with 12, and Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil with 11. We had 758 submissions and 463 titles. All right. Moving on to the TBR game, the most popular of the TBR games has been Lord of the Reads. Some of them we couldn't differentiate, so I lopped 1 and 2 together with 91 people doing Lord of the Reads, 51 doing Wheel of TBR, 29 doing Deck of TBR, 15 doing the TBR Machine and Becca's Bookopoly, 14 doing Aubrey Books and Coffee's TBR game, 13 doing M&M TBR, and 12 doing Roll for Reads. Our top books moving up in the ranking for all of these is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinman, Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Good Spirits by B.K. Borson, and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. We've had 521 submissions and 2,259 unique titles. For the last 10 years, we've had A Curious Beginning, A Darker Shade of Magic, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and The Nightingale for 2015. We've had 383 submissions and 254 titles. For 2016, remaining in first place is Every Heart a Doorway by Shawnee McGuire. We've had Scythe by Neil Schusterman, and tying for third place, we've had Beartown by Frederick Bachman, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, The Wild Robot by Peter Brown, and The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. We've had 434 submissions and 310 titles. For 2017, remaining in first place is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. In second place, we've had Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. And tying for third, we've had If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. We've had 434 submissions and 316 titles. For 2018, we've got Game Changer moving up in the ranking now. No surprise, we're going to see a lot more of that series here. By Rachel Reed with 16. And tying in second place, we've got Artificial Condition by Martha Wells and Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. In third place, we have Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells. And in fourth place, Heartstopper Volume 1 specifically by Alice Oseman. 462 submissions and 327 titles. For 2019, what a shocker, Heated Rivalry is number 1 now. Then we have The Silent Patient moving down in the rankings by Alex Michaelides. Michaelides? Is that how you say it? Michaelides? I don't know how to say that name, actually. Also, we have Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir, and tying in fifth place, we have Finale by Stephanie Garber, and To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. 463 submissions, 328 titles. For 2020, we've got Dungeon Crawler Carl remaining in first place. Remaining in second place, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. In third place, moving down in the ranking, we have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And in fourth place tied, we have Paladin's Grace and Beach Read. We have 493 submissions and 348 titles. With 2021, we have Carl's Doomsday Scenario remaining in first place, Fugitive Telemetry remaining in second place. Moving down in the ranking, we have Project Hail Mary, and then we have A Psalm for the Wild Built and The X-Hex in fourth place. We had 531 submissions, 400 titles. For 2022, remaining in first place is The Housemaid, Part of Your World remaining in second place by Abby Jimenez. Tying for third place, we have Remarkably Bright Creatures and What Moves the Dead. And tying for fourth place, we have Book Lovers, I'm Glad My Mom Died, and Note on the Ninth. We have 531 submissions and 398 titles. For 2023, moving up in the ranking, we have Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. Moving down, we have Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Lang, and in third place we have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. 571 submissions and 435 titles. For the last 10 years in 2024. Remaining in first place, we have The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer, and in second place, we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood and Funny Story by Emily Henry. 571 submissions, 460 titles. For 2025, we have Sunrise on the Reaping, remaining in first place. Moving up in the ranking, we have Calabasas by R.F. Kuang, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, and all these babies tying for fourth place. Atmosphere, The Night and the Moth, Caught Up, Sounds Like Love, The Crash, The Favorites, and These Summer Storms. Woo! 583 submissions, 445 titles. All right, for 2026... we didn't have a lot of this for last round, so everybody's moved up in the ranking here. We have Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy, Through Gates of Garnet and Gold by Shawnee McGuire, My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, Agnes Albert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett, and The Poet Empress by Shen Tao. 207 submissions so far and 148 unique titles. For all the adaptations, here's where we were last time. It's remained pretty much the same, with a little bit of growth, I would say, for the original. Everybody else kind of went down a little bit for our movie adaptation. Our top movie adaptation books were The Thursday Murder Club, with 22 remaining in first place. Remaining in second place is Jurassic Park. Moving up in the ranking, because it just came out, was People We Meet on Vacation. Moving down in the ranking was The Long Walk and Frankenstein. 491 submissions, 294 titles. For our TV show, we've had some growth doing both over here, which is pretty cool to see. A little bit of growth here for reading the original, and a little bit down for watching the TV show. But can you guess what's going to be number one here? It's Hated Rivalry! And with 39, Murderbot for 26, Heartstopper for 12, Daisy Jones and the Six for 9, and The Summer I Turned Pretty was 7. 422 submissions and 245 titles. For our animation, pretty similar rankings so far. We have a little growth in Read the Original. Pretty much the exact same number for doing both, and a little bit down for watching the animation. We have, moving up in the ranking is Howl's Moving Castle, The Wild Robot moving down, and then we have Kiki's Delivery Service, Coraline, and Nimona. We had 355 submissions, 182 titles. For our graphic novel, a little bit of growth doing Read the Adaptation here. Or I guess, not really, it's actually moved down percentage-wise. We've had some growth doing both, and a little growth of reading the original. Our top graphic novels have been The Raven Boys, Lore Olympus, Kindred, The Handmaid's Tale, and The Odyssey. 354 submissions, 203 titles. For our musical, we had more growth in reading the original, a lot more growth here. A little bit of decline doing both, and a little bit of decline in watching the musical, which is pretty fun. But of course, Wicked is number one, because it's Wicked season. Followed by Matilda, Fun Home, Legally Blonde the musical, which is super fun, and Hamilton, moving down in the ranking. We had 328 submissions and 142 titles. For our play, we've also had some growth in reading the original, a little bit down in doing both, and a little bit down in watching the play. We've had The Importance of Being Earnest move up in the ranking, as well as A Christmas Carol. Moving down in the ranking is Macbeth, Much Ado About Nothing, I love it, and Pride and Prejudice. 304 submissions and 185 titles. For our modern retelling, pretty similar as well. We have moved down a little bit in reading the adaptation. We've moved up a little bit in reading the original, and moved up a little bit in doing both. Our modern retellings, of course, remaining for the original stories, because we have a little bit of differentiation to do. We have Snow White remaining in first place. Then we have growth in The Fall of the House of Usher, Pride and Prejudice moving up. Moving down is Beauty and the Beast, and tying for fifth place, Romeo and Juliet, Dracula, and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. We've had 411 submissions, 130 titles. For our actual retelling, remaining in first place is Hemlock and Silver. Moving up is What Moves the Dead. James moving down. Moving up is The Favorites. I did not know this was a Wuthering Heights retelling, by the way. And Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver moving down in the ranking. For our web series, we've had a little bit of growth down with watching the web series. Doing both, we've had some growth upwards, as well as reading the original. No surprise here, but Lizzie Bennet Diaries remains in first place, as it should. It's my absolute favorite web series. That is just, it's professionally done stuff, but also nothing much to do. Carmilla as well, is remaining in second place. Headless from Shipwrecked, I highly recommend. It's very fun. Nothing Much to Do, moving up in the ranking, and the Misselthwaite Archives moving down in the ranking. 301 submissions here, 126 titles. Moving on to disability representation, we've had autism and in the lead with 202. Amputees 167, deaf 137, anxiety 121, PTSD and CPTSD with 113, and blindness at 102. Our top books are still Out on a Limb. We also have Catabasis moving up in the ranking. Get a Life, Chloe Brown, Hunchback, tied for third place. And in fourth place, we have Death of the Author with 17, 595 submissions, 1,464 titles. Wild. With our Heritage Months moving into AAPI Heritage, our Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage, we have moving up in the ranking is Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang by Kylie Lee Baker. Remaining in second place is Babel. Moving down is Yellow Face by R.F. Kwong. In third place, moving down is Julie Chan is Dead. And moving up in the rankings, we have Blood Over Bright Haven and On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. 252 submissions, 184 titles. For Arab Heritage, remaining in first place is One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This. Remaining in second place is The Dream Hotel. Moving up in the rankings is The Kite Runner and The Stardust Thief. And moving down in the rankings is This Is How You Lose the Time War. We've had 232 submissions and 146 titles. For Black History Month, we've had James remain in first place here. Oathbound remaining in second place. Moving up in the ranking is Kindred. We have Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark, Legendborn by Tracy Dion, and The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. 334 submissions and 248 titles. For Disability Pride, again, Out on a Limb remaining in first place. Disfigured on Fairy Tales, Disability, and Making Space by Amanda Leduc, moving up in the ranking. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. True Biz by Sarah Novick. And moving up in the ranking is Hunchback by Sao Ichikawa. 406 submissions here, 276 titles. For Hispanic Heritage, remaining in first place, sorry, I guess the star moved at some point. Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, moving up in the ranking. Moving down in the ranking, The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. 381 submissions and 239 titles. For Indigenous Heritage, remaining in first place is The Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. Moving up in the ranking is Never Whistle at Night, which is edited by Shane Hawk and Theodore C. Van Alst Jr. Moving down in the ranking is Love is a War Song by Danica Nava. The Service Berry by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And in third place time, we have The Only Good Indians, Braiding Sweetgrass, and They're There. 340 submissions and 171 titles. For Jewish Heritage, I Who Have Never Known Men has moved up in the ranking by Jacqueline Hartman. Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, has moved down in the ranking. Night by Eli Wiesel. And Thistlefoot has moved up. I also read Thistlefoot for this prompt by Jenna Rose Nethercott. 244 submissions and 168 titles. For our LGBTQIA plus pride, we've got Can't Spell Treason Without T remaining in first place. And then a six-way tie here with The House in the Cerulean Sea, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, Heartstopper Volume 2, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, One Last Stop, and Game Changer. 283 submissions and 252 titles. For Women's History, remaining in first place is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and moving up in the rankings is The Bell Jar, How to Kill a Witch, and When Women Were Dragons. 311 submissions and 271 titles. For our translated works, here are our top languages. We've got 321 for Japanese, 211 for French, 181 for Spanish, 156 for Swedish, 155 for Korean, 117 for German, 58 for Italian, 55 for Russian, 48 Chinese, 38 Danish, 37 Portuguese, 36 Arabic, 35 Icelandic, and 30 Polish. Our top translated works is I Who Have Never Known Men, remaining in first place. My Friends by Frederick Bachman, remaining in second place. Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, remaining in third place. Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Basterrica, remaining in fourth place. But moving up in the ranking is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. We have the 463 submissions and 981 titles. For around the world, North America, 798 in the United States, 62 for Canada, 17 for Mexico, and 4 for Trinidad and Tobago. Woo! We've got With a Vengeance, moving up in the ranking by Riley Sager. Moving down in the ranking, we have First Time Caller and Bright Young Women, and Caught Up. And in third place, we have Great Big Beautiful Life, Role Model, and The Berry Pickers. 475 submissions and 440 titles. For South America, we've got 96 for Argentina, 63 for Brazil, 42 for Colombia, 34 for Chile, and 23 for Peru. Woo! For our top ones, moving up in the ranking is Tender is the Flesh. Moving down is 100 Years of Solitude. Staying in third place is The Unworthy. And moving up in the ranking is Temple of Swoon by Joe Segura. And in fifth place, we have Our Share of Night by Mariana Enriquez. We've had 286 submissions, 173 titles. For Africa, we've got 112 for Nigeria, 56 for Egypt, 28 for South Africa, 18 for Ghana, and 18 for Sierra Leone. Our top rankings are My Sister, the Serial Killer by Owen Ken Braithwaite with 26. Moving up in the rankings is Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. Cursed Daughters by Oyenkin Braithwaite as well. And moving down on the ranking is Everything is Tuberculosis and Where the Library Hides. 316 submissions here, 204 titles. For Europe, 277 for United Kingdom, including Wales and Scotland, by the way. 68 for France, 52 for Italy, 29 for Ireland, and 23 for Germany. And our top books have been Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. Moving up in the ranking is To Clutch a Razor by Veronica Roth. The Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. And moving down in the ranking is Foster and Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I feel like I always have to sing that title. I don't know why. 507 submissions and 435 titles. For Asia, 164 for Japan, 76 for China, 52 for South Korea, 28 for India, and 14 for Iran. We've got our top submissions being Before the Coffee Gets Cold, moving up in the ranking. Strange Pictures moving down. Water Moon moving down, but Strange Houses moving up. And Blue 7 by Michelle Inoue, our very own mod. And Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata moving up. 429 submissions and 323 titles. For Oceania, we have 287 for Australia, 41 for New Zealand, 6 for Fiji, 3 for Papua New Guinea, and Kiribati. For our top submissions, Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, followed by The Sirens, followed by Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret, followed by Everyone on This Train is a Suspect. I guess this author really dominates Australia. And Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. We've had 340 submissions and 245 titles. Our Antarctica bonus, again, Wild Dark Shore, because it travels across multiples. It remains in first place. We have At the Mountains of Madness moving up. Where'd You Go, Bernadette? How the Penguins Saved Veronica, moving down and up consecutively there. And Ink Blood Sister Scribe, moving up by Emma Torres. 169 submissions and 79 titles. All right, for red covers, we've got Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood remaining in first place. Listen for the Lie by Amy Chintera moving up. Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Marer moving down. One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against Us by Omar El Akkad moving up. Caught Up by Nevessa Allen moving down, and Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicciarelli moving up. We've had 514 submissions, 374 titles. For orange covers, we've got People We Meet on Vacation moving up. The Undercutting of Rosie and Adam also moving up. Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood moving down. If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. The Martian by Andy Weir, and Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. 503 submissions, 399 titles. For our yellow cover, Everything is Tuberculosis remaining in first place, Yellowface remaining in second place. But moving up, we have I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, Chang Gang All-Stars by Hana Kwame Ajay Brenya, and Ajay Brenya, I can read. The Unhoneymooners by Christine Lauren, and Martyr by Kava Akbar. 475 submissions, 340 titles. For our green cover, Strange Pictures by Uketsu moving up, The God of the Woods by Liz Bohr moving down, Spicy Little Curses moving up, The Bewitching moving up, and Catabasis moving down. 501 submissions, 382 titles. For our teal cover, Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake has moved up, A Court of Mist and Fury has moved down, Automatic Noodle has moved down as well, and Dating and Dragons by Karisti Boyce with 8. 495 submissions, 377 titles. For our light blue cover, remaining in first place is Atmosphere. This is How You Lose the Time War, remaining in second place, as well as Book Lovers. Moving up in the ranking is Mockingjay, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and Overruled has moved down. 491 submissions, 390 titles. For our blue cover, Falling by Christina Lauren has moved up. The Housemaid has moved down. It Happened One Summer moved down. And we have a 8-way tie for fourth place. Funny Story, Not Quite Dead Yet, One Golden Summer, Unfortunately, The Ragpicker King, How Freaking Romantic, The Little Prince, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and Two Can Play. We've had 542 submissions, 440 titles. For our purple cover, remaining in first place is Sunrise on the Reaping. Remaining in second place is Assistant to the Villain, but joining it is Tourist Season by Brynn Weaver. Moving down is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Space Vampires moved up, as well as The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. 522 submissions, 372 titles. For our pink cover, we have Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston remaining in first place. Remaining in second place is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. Wild Love by Elsie Silver has moved up. First Time Caller by B.K. Borison has moved down. And Till Summer Do Us Part has moved up. 503 submissions, 356 titles. For our black cover, moving up in the rankings, Babel by R.F. Kuang, The Hunger Games, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I didn't mean to have this 3 there. I must have forgotten to delete that. Ignore that. And tying for second place, we have Audition by Katie Kitamura, Piranesi by Susanna Clark, The Ghost Writer by Julie Clark, Party of Liars by Kelsey Cox, A Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix, Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay, and The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North. 545 submissions, 452 unique titles. So for white cover, we've had We Used to Live Here move up in the ranking, remain in number 1. Moving up in the ranking is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. Moving down in the ranking is The House of My Mother by Shari Frankie. The Correspondent by Virginia Evans, and What Stalks the Deep. 508 submissions here, 413 titles. For silver, we've had only 3 really remain on the top. We've got A Court of Silver Flames, Blue 7 by Michelle Inouye, and Warcross by Marie Lu. 432 submissions, 320 titles. For gold, most people are doing gold for the silver gold prompt. We've got The Language of Dragons by S.S. Williamson moving up, The Favorites moving down, Trial of the Sun Queen moving down, Universality moving down. Again, why is this 3 here? I don't know. I'm so sorry. And Heavenly Tyrant has moved up by Shadon J. Zhao. 432 submissions, 320 titles. For our multicolor, pretty similar in the distribution here. It doesn't look like we've had a ton of change, but I will say we've had some different in the rankings of who contains what colors. So we've had pretty much remaining in the first 5 remains the same, but we've had some shifting in our middle rows here. So now purple's up here, orange has moved down, pink has moved up, but black has moved down, brown has moved down, and then we're back to the bottom 4. Very cool. For our multicolors remaining pretty much as is, we've got Of Monsters and Mainframes, Lucky Day, The Ministry of Time, Orbital, and This Princess Kills Monsters. I use this one for me. 480 submissions and 372 titles. For Make a Quote, we've had some new changes here. We've had 5 people use As You Wish. And we've had 4 people use all these ones. Be Yourself, everyone else is already taken. Not All Those Who Wander Are Lost, but also Not All Who Wander Are Lost. I will say the correct quote is Not All Those Who Wander Are Lost. So if you are using this one, technically this is a misquote. Hell is Other People, Call Me Ishmael as well for 2. O Tongue Gives Sound to Joy and Sing of Hope and Promise on Dragon Wing for 2. So It Goes, and There Is No Friend as Loyal as a Book. Our top words being used are The with 75, Is with 42, You with 37, with 36, And with 33, I with 28, To with 27. This made me feel like I was quoting Robin Hood Men in Tights with King it a forest, in it is what? Yeah. Anyway, our top book so far is 2 people using You, 1 for Someone, 1 for Can. Using Someone, you can build a nest in with 4 people using it. No other duplicates really for this. Or there was a ton of 2s, but way too many to put on a slide. 171 submissions and 1,361 titles. For spooky creatures, of course, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil has remained in first place for vampires, as well as Hot First Layer, Carmilla. Moving up in the ranking is Bride. Moving down in the ranking is Buffalo Hunter Hunter. 487 submissions, 245 titles. Our top shifters, we've had 498 submissions, 315 titles, but our top ones have been, of course, werewolves, but we've also had dragons, bears, general shapeshifter, and cat shifters. Pretty fun. Our top books for shifters have been Mate by Ali Hazelwood, also Bride, Someone You Can Build a Nest In has moved down in the ranking, When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy, and The Grimmery Grammar School Parent-Teacher Association by Caitlin Rozakis. For our magic users, Sangu Mandana dominating the first two places with the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Moving up in the ranking has been Catabasis. Moving down in the ranking has been The Bewitching, The Entanglement of Rival Wizards, and Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. We've had 546 submissions and 428 titles. Fair Folk, we've remained Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Moving up in the ranking, The River Has Roots. Moving down in the ranking has been Quicksilver. And remaining in our, fourth place is Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, and Thornhedge by Team Kingfisher has moved up. Really a lot of Emily Wilde dominating here. 464 submissions, 274 titles. We've had B.K. Borison's Good Spirits for Our Spirits and Demons go up in the ranking. Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zeng by Kylie Lee Baker remains in second place, but Catabasis has moved down in the ranking. Remaining in third place is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison, and moving up in the ranking is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. 508 submissions here, 358 titles. For Merfolk, remaining in first place is When the Tides Held the Moon by Vanessa Vita Kelly. Everybody read this. Remaining in second place is The Deep by River Solomon. Moving up in the ranking is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. Remaining in fourth place is The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Kaw. And moving down is The Spell Shot by Sarah Beth Durst. 415 submissions and 210 titles. For Zombie, Zomrongkong, Olivia Dade has remained in first place. Moving up in the ranking is Dating After the End of the World by Geneva Rose. Cattywampus moving up in the ranking as well. Moving down in the ranking, What Moves the Dead. And moving down, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. 429 submissions, 237 titles. For our other creature, our top other creatures have been aliens, followed by dragons, then demons, then monsters, which is 66. Sorry, I should have moved that up. 29 for gods, and 26 for orcs. Our top other creatures is the Knight and the Moth for gargoyles, Project Hail Mary for aliens, Legends and Lattes for orcs, Falling with Angels, Onyx Storm for dragons, Shield of Sparrows, I don't know, I haven't read it yet, and my book, The Humane Society for Creatures and Cryptids. Thanks everybody for the 5 people who read it and used this for this one. Thanks! We've had 538 submissions and 438 titles. For our Becoming the Avatar, Earth Kingdom titles, we've had On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, remaining in first place, House of Earth and Blood, and The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store moving up into second place. Moving down, Servant of Earth by Sarah Hawley, and The Last Bookstore on Earth moving down as well. 493 submissions, 61 titles for having Earth in the title. This 493 is for both the titles and the covers. For covers, we have God of the Woods remaining in first place, Hazelthorn by C.G. Drews moving up, The Spell Shop moving up, Out of the Woods moving down, and Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil moving down. So we had 361 titles that did not have Earth in the title. Okay. For Water, with Water in the title, Water Moon remaining in first place. Healer of the Water Monster moving up in the ranking, and moving up is also Blood in the Water and Into the Water, but moving down is How Not to Drown in a Glass of Water by Angie Cruz. 531 submissions, 79 water titles. With our covers, we still remain with Water Moon moving up in this side of the ranking. The Wedding People, Wild Dark Shore, Problematic Summer Romance, and The Deep. All right, 503 submissions here, 332 titles in general. For Fire, we've got The Night Ends with Fire moving up in the ranking, Catching Fire moving down, A Fire Endless moving up, The Fire Next Time at 6, Fire Exit, and The Firekeeper's Daughter moving up in the ranking as well. 484 submissions, 120 titles with fire in it. For the covers, we have King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby, Blood Over Bright Haven by Emma Wang, The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark, Rebecca Yarros' Iron Flame, and You Killed Me First by John Mars. 252 unique titles here. For air, we've got When Breath Becomes Air remaining in first place, Castle in the Air moving up, Into Thin Air by John Krakauer, Out of Air by Rachel Reese, and Punching the Air moving down by Ibi Zaboy and Youssef Salam. 455 submissions here, 60 titles with air in it. We've also, for our covers, Atmosphere remaining in first place, Onyx Storm moving up, Sky Daddy moving up, and The Gate of the Feral Gods moving up. All right, 305 titles for air. For our Readathon challenge, our top Readathons have been Aurelium, not a surprise, Summerween with 72, Connections Challenge by 32, TBR Harvest for 25, and the Tarot Readathon with 19. Our top books overall have been A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, remaining in first place. Catabasis has moved down in the ranking. Play Nice has moved up in the ranking. And in another 8-way tie, we have A Sorceress Comes to Call, Bride, Frankenstein, The Night and the Moth, The River Has Roots, Carmilla, Hemlock and Silver, and Strange Houses. 469 submissions, 3,472 titles. Woo! For Animals Are Better, we've got Dungeon Crawler Carl remaining in first place, Hemlock and Silver and Problematic Summer Romance in second place, and Starter Villain and Cat Plus Gamer in third place. 547 submissions, 415 titles. The cats are still winning right now. 339 cats, 317 dogs. Please enjoy. This is Ellie Marna's cat, one of Ellie Marna's cats. I believe that's Tempest. And Paul. Of course, there's Paul. For exotic pets, we have Hemlock and Silver moving up in the ranking, Accomplice to the Villain moving up in the ranking, Cattywampus moving up in the ranking, Isles of the Emperor Dark moving down in the ranking, and tying, we have Paladin's Grace, Assistant to the Villain, and the Anaconda downstairs. 463 submissions and 330 titles. Our top animals, 98 birds, 72 snakes, 26 ants. Who's got the ants? What book is this ants? 23 frogs, 21 foxes. For our farm animals, remaining in first place is Animal Farm, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping moving up, 3 bags full remaining in third place, A Sorceress Comes to Call moving down, and Done and Dusted remaining in fifth place. 502 submissions, 337 titles. Our top farm animals have been 331 horses, 138 pigs, 108 chickens, 66 cows, and 58 sheep. For our wild animals, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping as well, Open Throat by Henry Hoke, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Wild Dark Shore, and The Wild Robot. 524 submissions, 401 titles. Our top wild animals have been 76 birds, not pet birds, 61 foxes, 58 wolves, 50 parrots, and 42 rabbits. Unfortunately, rabbits. Zoo Animals, Remarkably Bright Creatures has moved up in the ranking. Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park has moved down. I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com by Kimberly Lemming. The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean, and West with Giraffes by Linda Rutledge. 432 submissions, 291 titles. Our top zoo animals have been lions with 54. Again, ants. What's the ants book? 39 octopuses. No, it is octopuses. It's not octopi like we all think it should be. 36 dinosaurs and 31 tigers. Right, even queer alphabet for our gay submissions. I'm surprised. I mean, I think it's moving up. But Bury Your Gaze is still in the lead. Somewhere Beyond the Sea in second place. Heated Rivalry has moved up. Heartstopper has moved up. And The House on the Cerulean Sea has moved down. 425 submissions, 311 titles. For lesbian, we have remaining in first place, Bury Our Bones on the Midnight Soil. Remaining in second place, Atmosphere. Remaining in third place, We Used to Live Here. And tying for fourth place, Legends and Lattes, and Can't Spell Treason Without T. 409 submissions, 262 titles. For Buy and Pan, Lucky Day has remained in first place, moving up in the ranking, Red, White, and Royal Blue. Moving down, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Well Actually by Maisie Eddings, and Heated Rivalry, making its way up the ranking. 408 submissions here, 305 titles. I'm not mad about the Heated Rivalry stuff. I think it's just funny when you see the trends. For transgender, we have Cemetery Boys moving up, and They Were Roommates remaining in second place. The Build a Boyfriend Project moving up. Moving down, The In Between Bookstore, Light from Uncommon Stars, and The Spirit Bears Its Teeth moving up in the ranking. 332 submissions, 197 titles. For Intersex, Cattywampus remaining in first place. Icarus remaining in second place. Moving up, we have The Deep. Moving down, we have Sorrowland. And moving up, we have Across the Green Grass Fields. 240 submissions here, 66 unique titles. For asexual, we have Don't Let the Forest In remaining in first place, Loveless moving up in the ranking, Alazzo moving up in the ranking, moving down Every Heart a Doorway, and moving down is Endling. 306 submissions, 155 titles. For polyamorous, moving up in the ranking, Iron Widow by Shiranje Zhao, Warrior Princess Assassin moving down, To Be Taught If Fortunate moving up, A Dowry of Blood moving up, and Ascension moving down. 314 submissions, 194 titles. For non-binary, genderqueer remaining in first place, What Stalks the Deep moving up, What Moves the Dead moving up, I Wish You All the Best moving down, My Best Friend's Honeymoon, A Psalm for the Wild-Built, and A Prayer for the Crown Shy remaining here in fifth place. 349 submissions, 185 titles. For gender fluid and two-spirit, we have Johnny Appleseed by Joshua Whitehead remaining in first place. The Honeys by Ryan Lasala moving up. Our Infinite Fates moving down. The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang moving up. Highly recommend. Love After the End moving up as well. 266 submissions, 127 titles. Our most popular prompt from HRCYED 1 has still remained as A to Z challenge with 76 people using it. 500 plus pages in a day with 52. The People You Know challenge, 47. Seasons, reading in the season of the season, 33 people. And 31 have chosen to read the top book of their birth year. I'm so sorry. For our top submissions, we have Problematic Summer Romance. I'm assuming this one for seasons. Catabasis moving down, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping remaining. Not Quite Dead Yet, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe moving up, and Zom Rom-Com moving up. 385 submissions, 1,384 titles. For the BIPOC challenge, 564 Black authors, 300 Chinese, 267 African authors, identifying that way, 222 Japanese authors, 175 Indian authors, 126 Korean authors, 119 Nigerian authors, and 105 Mexican authors. For our top books, we, of course, have A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, Julie Chan is Dead, Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang, and The River Has Roots. 464 submissions, 1,998 titles. For our new releases for May, so we are now also not only doing 2025 but 2026. I just want to clarify that. We have 120 submissions, 94 titles. We have moved down in our average star ranking at 3.88 stars. The Night and the Moth is remaining in first place. Problematic Summer Romance remaining in second place. Moving down is My Friends. And then we have Silver Elite and The Starving Saints. Also, you can see who is the best one right now. It looks like the highest approval rating based on the math is Problematic Summer Romance. I do love that Silver Elite has 0 5 stars because that book is terrible. Anyway, for June, we have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil remaining in first place. Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Of Monsters and Mainframes by Barbara Truelove, With a Vengeance by Riley Sager, and Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. Our highest ratings, we have a tie really between Atmosphere and Of Monsters and Mainframes. We did move down again in our average stars, 3.94. We've had 246 submissions and 157 titles. With our July new releases, we've got A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping remaining in first place, Not Quite Dead Yet remaining in second place, The Enchanted Greenhouse moving up, Tusk Love remaining in fourth place, and The Bewitching moving up. Our highest approval rating is actually The Bewitching based on the math, but followed closely by The Enchanted Greenhouse. 616 submissions, 304 titles, moving down in our average star of 3.95. For August, Catabasis remaining in first place, Accomplice to the Villain, Hemlock and Silver, Automatic Noodle, and Lucky Day. But our top one is Lucky Day so far, based on 5 stars out of 13 people reading it. Not bad at all. 525 submissions, 229 titles. We've moved down to 4 average stars. For September, Play Nice has remained in first place. Elsie Silver's Wild Card, Hop for Slayer, The Gingerbread Bakery, and What Stalks the Deep. Our top ranking being Wildcard by Elsie Silver. 465 submissions, 253 titles, we've remained the same on our average stars, 3.96. For October, we've gone down in our average, 3.95, 419 submissions, 248 titles, but pretty solid in our ranking still. Mate, Alchemy of Secrets, The Intruder by Frida McFadden, All of Us Are Murderers, and A Mouthful of Dust and Cinder House have moved up. And our top ranking has been A Mouthful of Dust by Nouveau. All right. For November, we've got Brigands and Bread Knives by Travis Baldry remaining in the top spot. Callie Hart's Brimstone, The Strength of the Few by James Islington moving up. Violet Thistlethwaite is Not a Villain Anymore by Emily Krempholz moving up. The House Sapphire by Marissa Meyer and Cursed Daughters by Oyenkin Braithwaite. Our top ranking seems to be The Strength of the Few, with 6 5-stars out of 14 there. We have also remained the same on our average stars, 3.85, 371 submissions, 206 titles. For December, we've got The Kill Clause by Lisa Unger, remaining in first place. Snake Eater, moving up in the ranking by T. Kingfisher, An Arcane Inheritance, The Mating Game, and We Who Will Die by Stacia Stark. We had no 5 stars for this, the number one most read book, which I find very interesting. But Snake Eater has the highest approval rating. 321 submissions, 185 titles. All right, so for January, 282 submissions, 160 titles. We've moved up in our average stars, 3.87, through Gates of Garnet and Gold, remaining in first place. Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy, The Poet Empress by Shen Tao, The Storm by Rachel Hawkins, My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, and The Swan's Daughter by Roshni Chokshi. And our top book looks to be My Husband's Wife with 57.1% approval rating. Crazy. All right, our February, we have Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett, How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson, Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die by Greer Stothers, Operation Bounce House by Matt Dinneman, and The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. Our highest approval rating appears to be How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates. 248 submissions, 152 titles. We have moved down in our average starts with 3.83. For March, these are all new because we just got to it. We didn't get to do March last time, I don't think. We have Starshipped by Kat Sebastian. This Story Might Save Your Life by Tiffany Crum. Everyone in This Bank is a Thief by Benjamin Stevenson, In Her Own League by Liz Tomford, and A Ghastly Catastrophe by Deanna Rayborn. Our top-ranking book is Starshipped by Kat Sebastian, remaining in first place there. 187 submissions for March, 126 titles so far, and an average of 3.85 average stars. For April, we are moving into it. Not a lot of differentiation yet. We will probably have more later. We have The Infinite Sadness of Small Appliances by Glenn Dixon in first place. And all tied, what is this, an 11-way tie? Bloodsinger by Juliet Cross, Love by the Book by Jessica George, Milking with the Minotaur by Cassandra Metcalf, Molka by Monica Kim, Rights of the Starling by Devney Perry, Yesteryear by Carol Claire, I can't read that work, The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer, I'm so excited to read that, The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss, The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. Why can I never say that? It's The Faraway Inn. I always say Faraway. Anyway, The Price of Honey by Leanne Moraji, Unbound by Peyton Corinne, and We Burn So Bright by TJ Klune, which is what I used for this one. We had 68 titles so far, 79 submissions only, and an average of 4 stars. We don't have anything for May yet, just FYI. Or for May 2026. I guess, yes, we do, because I did that first. Anyway, challenge yourself. We have 37 doing a backlog of sorts, 17 doing 50 before 50, 16 involving NetGalley, 14 doing classics, and 11 doing rereads. Our top books for challenge yourself is unfortunately The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. Or is it Brigitte? Brigitte Knightley, sorry. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. The Compound by Aisling Rawl. Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. And Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. 198 submissions, 1,873 titles. For the nonfiction challenge, we mostly have gotten memoirs, autobiographies, and stuff. 358, 295 history, 218 science, 124 crime, and 90 biographies. Our top books being Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green, One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This by Omar El-Akkad, The Serviceberry by Robin Wall Kimmerer, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, and The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. 568 submissions, 1,721 titles. Our Q's, reviews, and recs. For my TikTok shorts and reels, we've got Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong, Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle, The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Thurston, All Systems Read by Martha Wells, 355 submissions, 141 titles. For my mini reviews, The Enchanted Greenhouse remaining in first place with 54 people. Blood Over Brighthaven, 48 people moving up in the ranking. When the Tide Tell the Moon by Vanessa Vita Kelly moved down a little bit, but it's okay. 41 of you have read it. The In-Between Bookstore by Edward Underhill and They Were Roommates, also moving up in the ranking by Paige Powers. 315 submissions, 58 titles. And our full reading vlog. All Systems Read by Martha Wells, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer, Slewfoot by Brom, Animal Farm by George Orwell, and We Could Be So Good by Kat Sebastian, moving up there. 332 submissions, 133 titles. Now, our top books that have made podium so far, all tied for 10, have been Atmosphere, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and Catabasis. Who will remain our top books next time? But that, my friends, is it. We've done it. That is the stats for round 2, quarter 3. Thank you so much for continuing to submit your stuff for this silly, silly challenge. I can't wait to see how the rankings turn out at the very, very end. And I can't wait to see your reaction to round 3. I'm very excited about it. Okay, I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you next time, cuties. Bye.